inflation, well, let's also get going with all the events that we need to watch out for this week. It's a busy week for us. It's a busy week for markets globally as well, because today not only China, but you have the manufacturing PMI coming in from India, US, UK, Eurozone. Well, all major economies are going to be reporting their manufacturing PMI today. Tomorrow, well, the big day, the outcome of the election and the counting of votes will be taking place. 5th June, you have services PMI coming out, and 5th June is also when the RBI MPC meeting will kick off for 2 days, and 7th June is when we'll be getting that RBI MPC meeting outcome. The commentary will be very important to watch out for, and what in the terms of what Shaktikanta Das has to say about the inflation and the way ahead. Shifting focus to US, of course, today you have the manufacturing PMI. 5th June, you have the non-manufacturing and composite PMI. 6th June, initial jobless claims, trade data as well. From the UK, apart from the manufacturing PMI, on the 5th of June, that's today, and 5th of June, you have services and composite PMI. From the Eurozone, manufacturing PMI, like I mentioned today, and 5th June, you have PPI services as well as composite PMI. 6th June, retail sales as well as the ECB rate decision, because after us, we'll be getting a decision from ECB, and that will also be a very important metric to watch out for in terms of what the policy decision is looking like. And 7th June from the Eurozone, you also have GDP data, lots of data to watch out for. And we're not done with that list, because today from China, you of course have the kicks in manufacturing PMI. 5th June, you have the kicks in services PMI. 7th June, you have trade data as well as forex reserves as well. So while all of that is happening globally, let's zoom in back home, and let's also take a look at what's going to happen on the corporate action front then. And 3rd of June, which is today, you have the Anand Rathi Wealth Share Buyback taking place, and the board of Prudent Corp will also be meeting for general purposes. So watch out for both of these stocks in today's trading session. 7th June, you have the Havells India AGM as well, so watch out for that. And in terms of the primary market today, you have one IPO opening for subscription, and that is Chronox Lab Sciences. Lock-in period also going to be ending for Innova CapTap, where 1% equity comes out of lock-in. So that's going to be taking place today. But well, yes, that's an entire list of all the cues you need to be watching out for today, as well as for the rest of the week for India and for the rest of the globe.
Well, absolutely, and that's a whole host of cues that you should be looking out for. But let's also take stock of what kind of updates we've been getting in. US inflation rose in line with expectations in the month of April, offering little certainty on how soon the Fed will be able to cut interest rates. Consumer spending weakened for the month, according to the Commerce Department's Bureau of Economic Analysis. The personal consumption expenditures price index increased by 0.3% last month.
Well, let's talk about that OPEC Plus meeting that Shreyansi was talking about earlier. And OPEC Plus will extend crude output cuts into 2025 to support the market amid weak global demand, high interest rates, and rising US production. The group will continue nearly 1.7 million barrels per day of voluntary cuts set to expire this year. They've extended the 3.66 million barrels per day of cuts until the end of 2025 and prolonged the 2.2 million barrels per day of cuts until September of this year. These 2.2 million barrels per day cuts will be phased out from October this year to September of 2025, and currently the OPEC Plus is cutting a total of 5.86 million barrels per day, which is about 5.7% of the global demand. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out on Brent and WTI.
Alright, then on to some more updates then. NVIDIA has unveiled its next generation of artificial intelligence chips to succeed the previous model, which was announced in March this year. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang also announced the AI chip platform, and it was called Rubin and would be rolled out in 2026. Huang has pledged to release new AI chip technology on a year-on-year basis, which is faster than the company's last 2-year timeline.
Well, an online fashion firm, Shein, is reportedly preparing to file a confidential prospectus in London in upcoming weeks for its IPO, which could be valued around £50 billion. This move comes after the company's initial attempt to list in New York faced significant regulatory hurdles and pushback from US lawmakers. However, the fast fashion company is now facing scrutiny from senior British lawmakers who are questioning the company's sustainability and calling for greater oversight of the business.